Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
A surge of coronavirus cases in Michigan and across the country.
I think everyone understands now that you can go from 5 to 50 to 500 to 5,000 cases very quickly. We see this in many metropolitan areas. We're very worried about every city in the United States.
Governor Whitmer issuing a stark warning.
132 deaths. We know that this number is going to continue to go up. Despite our aggressive efforts, this is to be expected. We will not see the benefit of these aggressive efforts for a little while. And that's why it's so important everyone continues to do your part. But I think it's important to pause for a minute and remember that each of these 132 Michiganders who've lost their lives had stories and families and friends and loved ones, people that we need to think about the real loss as we are combating a pandemic that is hurting our state and our people.
Now at noon, what you need to know to protect yourself and your family. We'll also take a closer look at what is being done to combat this crisis. The coronavirus pandemic continues its grip on everyone's life. So here are some of the headlines that top our news right now. There are an estimated 200,000 coronavirus-related deaths across the United States. Here at home, there are more than 5,400 confirmed cases in the state of Michigan, with at least 132 recorded deaths. The governor addressed the whole state not long ago. Our Jason Colthorpe was there. Jason, what have you learned right now?
Steve, good afternoon to you. Boy, it really is unusual to get used to some of these new norms. First of all, I apologize for the bells ringing. It's the church, and it just, with a very empty downtown Lansing, it just seems to ring even louder. But being in this press conference as well as one of only 3 reporters allowed in there to ask these questions and everyone keeping their distance, we heard some things today as the governor gets further into this. And one of the big questions a lot of people have are, what about schools? And we know the president extended the national guidelines now to staying at home and keeping our social distancing, aggressive social distancing to April 30th. The governor not yet ready to put Michigan into that category as of yet. And also in regards to schools, I asked her, does that mean we can expect the school year to be ending here pretty soon? She said expect an answer on that later this week, so we'll be looking for that. But when Dr. Caldoun also talking about hospitals being at capacity, the governor says we're getting so much more PPE in right now, but we need more. And on that front, she has signed some executive orders to that end. Take a listen.
I signed a number of executive orders in the past couple of days, including orders that push all April 2020 state and city income tax filing deadlines to July of 2020. We've also expanded absentee voting in the May 5th elections. We've established a $2 million water restart grant program to restore service and access to clean water for Michiganders. We are protecting vulnerable populations in Michigan's county jails and local lockups in juvenile detention centers during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. And we've relaxed the scope of practice laws. We must all work together as Michiganders. Whether you're a medical professional looking to volunteer or someone who can give blood or donate to your local food bank, everyone can help out. We will get through this together.
Governor Whitmer talking just a short while ago, and now Dr. Caldoun also reiterated quite urgently, actually, that people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s are getting sick from this virus. And also, she wanted to remind people kids should not be outside playing with the neighbor kids, and families shouldn't be having extended family gatherings. I think that's kind of in response to some instances we've seen with people not taking it as seriously as they'd like at this point. Much more to go. And to come up, we'll get into the schools issue at 5 o'clock. For now, live in downtown Lansing, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Jason. We keep pounding that message, stay home, stay safe, because it does save lives. This afternoon, the governor and Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan will tour the drive-through coronavirus testing site. That's at the Michigan State Fairgrounds. Now, the testing is open to Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb County residents, but you can't just drive there to get a test. In order to be tested, you need to first call your doctor. You'll need a prescription showing that you do have coronavirus symptoms. Then call the testing site. Here's the phone number, 313-230-0505. Then there you can schedule your test. Appointments can be made Monday through Saturday. New York City experiencing the worst of the coronavirus pandemic in the United States. The intensive care unit at Brookdale University Hospital in Brooklyn, New York, absolutely at capacity. Patient beds line the hallways of the emergency department, the morgue overflowing. Meanwhile, the CDC has put a new travel advisory in place for New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Gabe Gutierrez has this report from Central Park, where they are building a mobile hospital.
As an emergency field hospital is being built in iconic Central Park, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut are now under a 14-day travel advisory. The CDC is urging people in the nation's worst coronavirus hotspot to halt non-essential domestic travel as cases top 70,000 in the 3 states with over 1,000 deaths.
Not a lockdown, something much more consistent with what we've been actually saying and doing in the city and state already, which is telling people to stay home unless they have an essential reason to go somewhere.
Today, the USNS Comfort is due to dock in New York Harbor. It will serve as a floating 1,000-bed hospital for non-coronavirus patients, freeing up beds on land.
We still have to take care of pregnant women who have to deliver. We have to take care of patients who need emergency surgery. We have to take care of kids.
In the Bronx, ERs are packed.
We are seeing a lot of younger patients that are coming through the door that are sicker as well, and that is surprising and a little scary.
Concerns are also growing about the lack of personal protective equipment, or PPE, for healthcare workers.
It's incredibly frustrating for us. Our coworkers are getting sick.
The last 5 days have been the busiest ever recorded by EMS here in New York City. As for this field hospital in Central Park, it is set to open tomorrow. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, New York.
All right, thank you, Gabe. Also making headlines, Tokyo's Olympic organizers and the International Olympic Committee have made the final decision to reschedule the Summer Games for July 2021. Government sources say organizers are looking at July 23rd, 2021 as a date for the opening ceremony. This week on Wall Street is starting to look out that it's on a more positive note with stock prices on the rise. Here's a live look at the tally of the Dow Jones Industrial Averages, which has been on the rise most of the morning. This followed modest gains in the markets in Europe. Wall Street opened with modest gains today, dropped slightly before picking up steam again to post those stronger increases that analysts are seeing now at this noon hour. Many of those financial analysts believe President Trump's call for extending social distancing guidelines may have a short-term impact, but it will prevent long-term damage to the economy. And as always, clickondetroit.com is packed with useful information to get us all through this crisis. It's all at clickondetroit.com/coronavirus. All right, let's get our first look at the forecast with Brandon. We'll take a live peek outside. It's another cloudy kind of a day, but boy, most of the severe stuff really missed us, so I guess we can count some blessings. Brandon?
Absolutely, Steve. Some intense storms over the weekend south of us. We got a ton of rain and almost thunderstorm-like severe winds, but we had 50, 60-mile-an-hour gusts, power knocked out for many. And as we look at what's happening here on a Monday, yes, it's cloudy with temperatures mainly right where they were when we saw you this morning in the lower 40s for mostly cloudy all day long. Winds will be out of the west, 10 to 20, gusting 20 to 30. You can see 42, 43 degrees out there right now. And as we look at the wind gusts, not so bad, but there is a 33-mile-an-hour gust in Pontiac, about half of the wind speeds that we saw yesterday. So that is a good thing. Still a cool, cloudy, breezy middle 40s today. Can't rule out an isolated shower. Don't have much going on right now, but there are a couple of showers showers up in the Thumb near Deckerville over Sanilac County. That's really about it. So we'll track, Steve, coming up, a couple of more showers later today. And when we get back into the sunshine, start warming things up here around Metro Detroit. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Brandon. At the top of this newscast, we gave you some information that we need to correct, and that was that there are 200,000 deaths recorded across the country. That is a projection of what we could see in this country, and hopefully that won't happen. That is not the number where we are right now. Still to come, world leaders are begging the public to stay home as the number of confirmed cases continues to rise. We'll take a closer look at the global impact of this pandemic.